Good morning. I'm back with Chris Lane, and as you know, we've been discussing with Chris over the last several months the situation with the building of the Magee Elementary School and the land involved. And another document has really, I guess you would say, come to our attention that we were not aware of, or the public was not aware of until this week. And when the document came out, I immediately wanted to talk to Chris and get his take on it. And I think that what I'll do first is read, we're going to start with this quote. Well, tell me a little bit about the document. That might be better. What is this? Let's start with the document.
Yeah, you know, this is why we're in the shape we're in. All this shooting from the hip, fly by night, and here a year and a half later, we still don't have a school. We still don't have a place picked. You know, this is unacceptable. There's three causes of this. I don't know if it's incompetence or politics or maybe both. But, you know, I've done my homework, done this. Now, this document come out in the Magee Courier, not the document itself, but from a good reporter at the Magee Courier that finally decided to do some journalism, which is get both sides of the story. And for a year and a half now, the editor of the paper has not bothered to even get this, so that's part of the problem. But he said in the paper that the Board of Education has policies to go by. Now,
Who makes these policies?
The state board of the Mississippi State Board of Education Policy Code 6007.
So this is what this is. I mean, of course, this is just a short copy of it, but this is the copy an official document that is the rules for building, part of the rules for building a school.
That's correct. But it says, and I quote, let's see, like I said, Code 6007, June 17, 1988, Rules and Regulations of the State Public School Building Fund. Under 4-C, elementary school sites must have at least 5 acres of land, comma, with 1 additional acre for each 100 students enrolled, and high school sites must have at least 15 acres of land with 1 additional acre for each 100 students enrolled. In parentheses, these minimum standards may be waived at the direction of the Mississippi Board of Education when circumstances exist.
So this is not what the Simpson County Board says. This is under the state board.
Well, it also says up here under, let's see, uh, 5-A, regardless of whether state public school building funds are involved, no new school facility shall be constructed on any new site until the said site shall have been submitted to and approved by the Mississippi Board of Education.
Okay. With that being said, what does that mean our numbers are that we have to have acreage-wise?
Okay.
It already says we've got to have
It says
5 acres.
Plainly says 5 acres of land with 1 additional acre, this is on elementary, for each 100 students enrolled. So, I called the current Magee Elementary staff, and they currently have 779 students enrolled.
I'm not to be rude. Isn't that a drop?
2 years ago, they said they had over 900.
Okay.
But I'm going by what we got today.
No, yeah, I'm just interested in that.
And that comes to, per 100 students, 1 acre per 100 students, 7.79 acres. With the additional 5 acres, which I'm assuming, I would guess, would have to be playgrounds, cafeterias, whatnot, parking lots. That comes to a minimum. This is says minimum policy, minimum of 12.79 acres.
So when we were getting this 10-acre or different amounts, that was really not factual then. According to these documents, we should have 12.9, we'll say 13 acres, just for rounding off.
Okay, well, it clearly states that the board will not approve it unless it meets these standards. That's the State Board of Education. Now, the reason they have that, I would assume, is just like anything else. When you get some kind of local board that you know don't have to have qualification to be there, you may have somebody incompetent and make some bad decisions that like what's happened here, and so they have to basically oversee it.
But Chris, why now? I mean, this is not just written. This is 1998 when the last when they changed it some, updated it or whatever you would call it.
Well, like I said, without some real reporting, which should have been done, there's several factors involved in this. I've tried to bring people the evidence of everything, the evidence on the different properties and all that. Now, a year and a half ago, had this document been, I would say, pulled by the man making $110,000 a year that we pay him. He's in charge, the superintendent of education. Wouldn't that have been the first document you pulled? And then talk to the engineers?
Personally, I would think if I was in charge, I would have to have all the info. But that's
in
me.
the board's defense, the school board, the county board, board of education defense, any board, whether it's the school board, whether it's the board of supervisors, heck, whether it's a court, you know, they can only vote on the evidence and facts that are reported to them. They're basically part-time, drawing $200 a month as a volunteer position. Yes. But if you're gonna provide stuff to them to make a once a month big decision like this, you need to have all the facts. And all this dead-gum shooting from the hip, going to board meetings and shooting from the hip, oh, this is a joke or whatever. Well, they can only go by what the facts are. And the facts are out there if you just look for them. Mm. So they should have been provided to them, what I'm saying. They can only make a decision on what so why would we even be looking at property anywhere this less than 2.79 acres? It said 2.79, 12.79. Why would we even be looking at that? Well, if that's the minimum standard.
I don't know why you would. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It looks like if you got to have that much acreage, why are you looking at other acreage?
Well, I would think there's several faults here, what's going on here. And like I say, I think the two main things are incompetence and politics, or maybe both.
Well, expand on that a little bit.
Well, I mean, you know, this school is going to be there for long after you and I's gone. We need to make the right decisions based on the information that we have, real information, not hearsay, to build something that's going to affect our community and our county for years to come.
Yes. Look at the ones we've got now. How long we've had them.
And look at the mess we in too, you know.
Well, with this, with these numbers, what properties even fit this description? Okay. I mean, if you have to have 12.9 acres, you know, 12.9 or 13 is easier for me to remember.
Well, this is without no growth. 2 years ago we had 900 students, so 10 years from now we're going to have 1,200. Well, there's 12 acres right there. There's 17 right there. I mean.
So again, you're saying minimum.
Minimum, and plus you got to start
with no room for
thinking of growth and thinking of things ahead instead of what may help you today. You know, it's time to make decisions based on facts.
I think before we give you that information, we're going to pause and take a break because we're going to get it all together on that, and I hope you'll watch the next video.